So we're going to go to Illup's place now. He is an alchemist, a herbal alchemist. He does amazing spiritual creations of herbal components. I don't even know yet, but you're gonna see it all.
Wow, it smells amazing in here.
Yeah, welcome to the sacred space, the apothecary, alchemical laboratory. It's a place that I love to be, either here working with the plants or out on the land working with the plants. Definitely herbs is kind of like the first work. The alchemists call that the prima. That's like the first work, starting with the plants, because plants are very forgiving, as opposed to working with something like metallics, with metals, a little more dangerous. So we have a bunch of wonderful plants right here that I work with from all over the world, though I definitely have a big focus on working with Southwest and local plants. So you can see something like right down here we have some pinyon pine tincturing right here.
Wow.
And so this is obviously an iconic local tree. You know, we'll distill in vessels like this, and you know, we'll basically be cooking all the herbs, and the steam and essential oil will come over and end up in our vessel over here, and what we're left behind with is the plant material minus all the volatile oils. And so we always have extra plant material, and what we do with that is we burn it down to an ash, to a white ash, and then we'll put it in our hydrosol, which is another byproduct of distillation. So you know, we can put it in a vessel like this, what comes out after we distill over, and we allow it to separate. You'd see that there's water, which is basically like the flower water from the plant, and then what floats on top is the oil, or the essential oil from the plant. Yeah.
So is that how they make a lot of the essential oils that you may buy at a store?
Yeah, they're mostly steam distilled. So basically it's just, you're running steam through the plants, and then all the volatile oils will travel over with that steam, and then it runs through. You'll see this jacket. We actually run cold water through the outside of this jacket, and then inside the steam condenses back to liquid, and the oils come over as well, and that's how you have the two byproducts. So with all that plant material, then we'll put it in we'll burn it down to an ash, and then put it in our water, in our hydrosol, and then we'll evaporate off the water, and you'll end up with really beautiful little white salts. And so these are actually salts from a plant, and so you can extract these from, you can extract plant salts from every plant. Every plant has that crystalline matrix that you can bring out. Nothing is wasted in the alchemical process. You know, it's like biodynamic farming, that type of thing. It's closed loop. Everything is utilized. Nothing is wasted. Everything has medicine. Everything is, there's an importance to everything.
Wow, that's
amazing. So it's really beautiful. And that's a big part of what I'm doing, is like extracting the three principles of plants, and then you bring them back together into one more bioavailable and more potent whole, higher medicine, essentially.
So that'd be like the salt, the oil,
and the tincture, or the alcohol. So basically, this is kind of a little bit of an example here. We have, so basically the three principles in alchemy, and Paracelsus coined this. He called it Spagyrics. So anybody out there who's getting into Spagyrics, into alchemical medicine, you can look up Spagyric, and you'll find out more about this process. It's really beautiful, because most modern day herbalism, all that's going on is you're just tincturing a plant, and you're just getting some of the alcohol soluble medicine, and a little bit of the oil comes over in the tincturing. But then if you also distill it in a distiller, in an alembic, you'll get more of the essential oil, which is really the biggest part of the medicine. And so we have the tincture and the essential oil, and then also we would calcine for the salts. So here we have the three principles, and then those would come together. We would bring them back together into one synergized whole.
Wow.
You can see.
And this is the kind of what you collect and create these kejiwas, like your products from, like you put them all together again.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So anyone
really
that's like a tincture, it's actually a spagyric. So it's the three essentials.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And Kejiwa is a Sanskrit word. It means of the soul. And really, that was the core intention. You know, do what I love, create from my soul, and really intend to make medicine for other people's soul, for, you know, enlivening the soul, inspiring the soul. And so I have spagyrics. These are all spagyric tinctures. Here's the pinyon pine again. This is actually one of the formulas I do, pinyon pineal. So pinyon pine is really great for the mind, for focus, and that feeling of being connected to source. So you're really streaming your purpose and, you know, what you're here to do when you're really connected through your third eye. So,
and would you take it as like a drop?
Yeah, you take it as in a tincture drop. And then also have botanical perfumes up here, all organic. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the word perfume because a lot of perfumes today have turned into kind of petroleum-based synthetic perfumes that can kind of knock you out. So this is actually botanical perfume, just like it was back in the day, pure fume. And so all plant derived. So it's actually therapeutic, which is the, you know, real original intent of a perfume.
That's amazing. What kind of scents are there up there?
Yeah, so this one is, I call it Sedona. So it's all essences of Sedona and the surrounding area. So a lot of the beautiful trees like pine and juniper, and there's sage, and there are some citrus notes in there, which is a little more phoenix, and osha root, which is a little north of here. But yeah, a lot of sacred essences all together. And then a lot of people are getting into ormeses, which are down here. I have lotus ormes and frankincense and myrrh, and also rose. And so ormes is becoming really popular, and basically it's a mineral supplement. And it's great that it's becoming popular because a lot of people are not getting the minerals like they used to, because a lot of the soils are, you know, monocropping, this type of thing really strips the soil of essential minerals. So we need to source our minerals and really supplement ourselves. So ormes are about 72 different types of minerals, and some of the really special ones are right in the middle of the periodic table, like the transitional metals. So you have like gold, silver, platinum, the platinum group, which is iridium, ruthenium, rhodium, osmium. And so all of these minerals are very conductive. So you're bringing them into your body, and, you know, your whole circuitry of your being is being connected and flowing gracefully once again. It's so funny how that works. It's like all these ancient Indian Ayurvedic medicines and all the old Chinese medicines, and, you know, all these things. It's like they're being shown today how effective they are. They're being proven, and people have known this for thousands of years. But it's beautiful that science, that modern science, can also show the effectiveness, you know, kind of in that more 3D manner of showing the chemical constituents and how it works with the body and that type of thing. So yeah, it's good to have it full spectrum, you know, so we can appease the mind and then also, you know, nourish the spirit. And there's more to come, actually. I'm stemming into a whole new range of alchemy, and it's going to be called ambrosia. So that'll be launched in the next couple of months as well. So definitely look out for those products that will have a focus on gold and different extractions of gold in different forms, along with all the medicinal herbs.
Wow.
Yeah.
You will live like 300 years or something.
These are some flasks with different extracts. So let's see. So here we have, this is oil of amber right here. I love the color, it's so beautiful. This one we did recently, and it's milky oat, and so really beautiful one. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I get my oats in my cereal in the morning. So, but oat actually, for about a week, 2 weeks out of the year, it puts off this milky white goo, and it's like the milk of the earth. And so whenever plants put off this milky white substance, it's basically it's a nervine tonic. So it coats the nerves and helps people feel more at peace. If you're too rubbed up and on edge, it really is calming to the nervous system and the whole being. So it's really important medicine. You know, we'll see herbs like this just popping up, not basically knocking on people's doors. Like, I always laugh at how weeds are like that. Oftentimes the weeds that just keep coming and encroaching on people, it's like there is a reason, you know. It's like dandelion. Yeah, everybody's trying to get rid of dandelion, but dandelion is one of the most amazing liver tonics, and so that's maybe the second biggest issue, at least in America, people with liver issues. So that medicine is just right, you know, as you walk out your door, it's just calling. We have, this is oil of honey. And so it's a special extraction from honey.
So you can extract from honey too?
Yeah, you can extract. Yeah, you can. The Spagyric process can be utilized with literally anything. Yeah, you can extract the 3 principles from anything. It's more difficult with denser things. So like metallics, it's a much more complicated process where you can apply this to plants very easily.
So these are always the first things that you take, and then you extract the essences of these plants, basically?
Yeah, so with the herbs, there's many different ways. Like the very feminine way to extract the essence and the medicine would be simply making a tea, which a lot of us are used to.
Right.
So it's a very soft and gentle way. So all of the plants have water-soluble medicine, and then they'll also have alcohol-soluble medicine, and that's where we're getting into tincturing. And also a little more complicated, like getting into actually fermenting plants, letting them putrefy, and then they'll start fermenting and producing probiotics and all kinds of healthy goodness.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so we'd ferment in something in a vessel like this, which you just missed it, but I just harvested a mead out of here, which is a honey wine. So I used local cat claw honey. And so you'd have it in a vessel like this, and then you have an airlock, which you'd have a little bit of alcohol or water, and so nothing can get in, but it would off-gas and push through the water or alcohol and keep digesting all of the sugars and metabolizing them into new life. I have a special love for ferments, for sure. So I make the mead, the honey wine. I make kombucha, which is obviously very popular now. You know, the gut's so important because the gut to mind connection is huge, and we have so many neurons in our gut. So it's, you know, there's this really important connection, gut to heart to mind, and how that whole connection works. So yeah, and I make something called kombucha, which is a word I made up.
Nice.
And basically it's like comb, like honeycomb, and om, because there's an internal intention, eternal intention. And bee, like the honey bee, because there's actually honey brought into the process. And then cha is just something, it sounded nice, just like cha. So
Nice.
cha meant tea, so it is tea derived. So yeah, so it's something I kind of created. It's like a cross between kombucha and mead. So it's like a low alcohol mead.
Okay.
So it's something that I only have available here in Sedona at Chocolate Tree. So
That's yours, the kombucha, right?
yeah, so here's the kombucha. This is kind of one of the famous ones. This is the rose Damascena. And so it's a pink rose from the Valley of the Rose in Bulgaria. And very special, you know, I think a lot of us understand how special the rose is. It's just so lovely and uplifting. But it's actually scientifically proven the highest frequency natural substance, the rose oil. So what that means is not just an etheric thing, highest frequency. It's actually like how much electricity can be run from one point to another. There's actually like a qualifiable number to this, the frequency. So rose just really elevates your frequency. It's super powerful how it works. Start with the rose. I always say start with the heart. So salud.
Thank you.
To your highest, to the highest, to your best.
Wow, that's incredible. Wow, that tastes like a rose.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So drinking liquefied rose. So I'm feeling the call for us to try some of this Ormes, and so this is frankincense, myrrh, and gold.
Wow.
So it's like the Christ presence, and so combo is really powerful. It's major brain medicine. So that's actually why frankincense was used, and myrrh, used in a lot of temples and churches throughout time. One, because it's purifying, so it purifies the space, and then also because it actually opens up the doors of perception and opens up our availability to sense spirit and to feel the connection with spirit. In the morning, setting up your day, just being really intentional, because as I said earlier, the minerals are just very conductive and magnetic. So if you take them in a way where you're just intentioning setting up your day, it's really potent and powerful to create a momentum to create your day in the way that you choose, in the way you wish. And this is Yerba Santa mead, which is fermented in this vessel, and then it's infused with pine, which the actual essential oil from pine, as well as the Spagyric, the Kejiwa Spagyric of pine. Cheers.
I love the pine smell.
Oh, it's amazing. You smell like every substance in it, like very differentiated. Wow. You can feel really the honey being in there. It's like this soft, a gentle, soft touch, and then the pine with that. It's really magical.
Actually, I offer alchemy ceremonies where we'll go on alchemy flights and take different potions and kombuchas and all kinds of different elixirs. And then we'll also have sound healing with it, and it really accentuates what's going on with the medicines in your body. So I'd love to play a song for you.
It'd be amazing.
Just to bless up the video. So this is a very special flute made of blonde maple, and I helped design it, and my friend Three Trees here in town did all of the beautiful woodwork. And so it's a native flute, which is native to the southwest, but it's a new take on it because it's actually a 4-chamber. So very, very special one. 4-chamber like the heart. So really out there, I can just take a moment, pause, just inhale really deeply. Deepest breath of the day, and exhale. strongly in everyone following their passion. So that can, that can mean becoming your own boss, creating your own thing that you're sharing. That could be working with a collective and a group that shares your vision, however, but it's just following your heart and soul mission, whatever, brings you excitement.
Yeah.
I love writing poetry and sharing poetry, and so this one, the theme is Solve et Coagula, and so that's a regular theme in alchemy and in Spagyric making. And so basically what it means is to separate and recombine, or dissolve and recombine. And so the beautiful thing about that is that it's also happening to us as human beings. We can all relate to that, right? That we've been kind of broken up or burned down, or really worked in certain ways in our life, and then we can sense how we've been put back together. So solve et coagula. Dissolve. Come back together. Why do we fall apart? So we may put ourselves back together. Have you fallen? Are you separated apart? Now put yourself back together. But first, sort through the ashes of yourself. Leave what is not real. Crystallize what is true. Save the essential. Discard the fake and facade. Distill soul purpose. As above, so below. Exaltation your mission. Know yourself, for that is all. Extract the eternal from the transient. Ferment what you're meant to be. Let the ego putrefy, transmuting to rainbows. Universal spirit will find you. Tincture yourself with this in mind. The unnecessary noise will filter out. Unify the Holy Trinity in your heart flask. Hermetically seal your fate. Digest your destiny like a lion. Coagulate what you really are, for that is all. Yeah, just follow your heart, follow your soul, and really trust yourself that you can be doing whatever you want each moment, and know that all the trials and tribulations, it's all for a purpose, of learning and growing. And if we can really kind of be more of a witness than a victim, this is going to be huge for us. We can kind of be able to step back from situations and see from a higher perspective. We can really go from this mentality of things are happening to us, and we can evolve to things are happening for us. And when we get to that mentality, we're like, okay, we're learning from everything. And then eventually we can step up even to the next level, which things are happening as us. And so that's where we really get into our creatorship, and we understand that we're really creating our own reality. So I really wish that for everybody out there, because we are all tied together and all one. So yes to everybody realizing that. And it is all happening naturally and gracefully. We're all, really waking up to our highest, and it takes all of us, so we're all in this together, and it's a really beautiful thing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This has been incredible.